Hello everyone, welcome to the second part of the book summary High Performance Habits. In first part, we saw three personal habits. Now in part 2, we will see three social habits. So let's begin. Habit 4 is increase productivity. Have you ever felt that you are too busy with your work but you are not able to progress? The reason may be that whatever you are doing does not match with your personality. That is, your work is not in line with who you are, which is not your ability. Yet, you are busy doing it. Have you become ill because of so much work? It is possible that you stay productive while taking care of your health and well being. Many high performers can prove this. Despite working hard, they do not feel stressed because they see their happiness and fulfillment in their responses. There are many ways in which you can keep yourself productive along with taking care of your loved ones and yourself. And this is what you are going to learn from this chapter. You don't have to be a superhuman or over caffeinated for this. Just follow this practice. First one is increase the outputs that matters. Do you always organize your emails during your work time? Studies have proved that people waste 28% of their office hours only in sorting out their emails. Using the search function is more efficient than creating subfolders. Managing your emails is not really a real job, and neither is clearing up your files a productive job, or attending meetings or helping a colleague in a false emergency. You just have to focus on one thing, and that is prolific quality output or PQO. Making prolific quality output is the best output that you can produce in your work. Find out what your PQO is, then put all your attention and efforts on it. Consistency with your PQO will make you very productive. If a task is not a part of your PQs, then it is better to leave it. People will know and remember you through your prolific quality output. Beethoven and Mozart are famous for their exceptional compositions. The Beatles released albums of great songs, one after the other. Here are more examples. If you are a blogger, then your PQO will be content. You have to focus more on your writing and give it more value. If you are going to sell any cupcakes, then you can choose any two best sellers and bake them in more quantity and sell them. Steve Jobs also had to drop some of his Apple products so that he could focus on his best products. So you also find out your own PQO, then put all your energy in creating and improving it. So, are you the type who makes plans before any move, or the type that just starts? If you are starting a business, then your talent will be enough to run it. But as your business grows, it will become a little difficult to handle things because you will be lost in many tasks. That's why it is important that chart your 5 moves is the second practice to increase productivity. You can start by relying only on your ability without any planning, but it will work only up to a point. When the time of competition comes or when you get the tasks, then your performance will start falling. What's your biggest goal? You will have to go through many challenges, so you need a strategy. You have to plan step by step. To become a high performer requires thinking more before acting. What is your ambition? What do you want from life? What is your greatest dream? Clear all this in your mind. Once you clear that, you can chart your 5 moves. Think about the 5 major moves that will take you to your goals. Next, you have to break these 5 big moves into smaller activities and deadlines. Then you can chart them in the calendar. Chart your 5 moves is useful thing for you, no matter what is your work or career. Habit 5 is develop influence. Have you ever felt that you influence people? Can you convince them of your words? Will people follow you? Influence is the ability to shape the beliefs and behavior of other people according to your own. It doesn't matter what your own personality is, even if you are an introvert, you can influence others. Perhaps you would think that it is absolutely impossible to influence someone, but maybe you forgot to ask. There are people who want to help you, but the fear of rejection or judgment stops you from seeking help. So, unless you ask yourself something from the worker, how will you know how influential you are? Try requesting you never know till you ask from your child, partner, friend, or boss. Even if you fail the first time, don't give up. Don't stop trying. Slowly, you will be better in the conversation, and people will get a chance to understand your ideas. There are some other practices that can develop influence. The first practice is to teach people how to think. Imagine that you have a 7-year-old son. He is doing math homework. Now you see that he is getting frustrated while doing homework. He comes to you and says, I hate maths. What will be your reaction then? You can influence his thinking for maths so that he can improve in it and enjoy it. Because you have this opportunity to direct his thoughts and make maths a fun subject for him. Brandon advises his high level clients to communicate with their people because they have the ability to direct the thinking of their employees. Leaders should also direct their employees' thoughts regarding the competitors and marketplace. This is what separates high performing managers from the rest. They influences the people under them to think big. Imagine if you are such a manager, then you have to tell your team, if we want to be the best, then we have to think about ourselves like this. Think about our competitors like this. Think about our future and the world. Another practice that develops influence is to challenge people to grow. This will probably be the most difficult practice in this book that you are going to learn and very difficult to implement. When you challenge the people, they may come in defensive mode and start saying, go do your work. High performers challenge the people around them in a very subtle way because they already tell them that their intention is only to help, not to offend. While doing this, they keep their tone light. So, why do high performers do this? Why do they challenge people to grow? Kobe Bryant once said that the most important thing is to inspire and drive people so that they do their best whatever they want to do. High performers want to anchor others to high performance. They challenge them with honor and respect and also do not forget to tell the sincere purpose of helping them. In this way, this challenge turns into an inspiration. Now, the last habit is sixth habit, demonstrate courage. Courage does not just mean saving humanity, its real meaning is to bring change. You don't need to do anything groundbreaking to show your courage, but small deeds can make huge impact. Mark Twain once said, courage is not fearlessness, it really means taking action and sticking to it despite your fears. What practice would you choose to show your courage? The first one may be that you honor the struggle. Today in society we want everything in easy way. Today we use such technologies due to which our hard work has reduced a lot. By the way, it is also a blessing and a curse for us. And the problem is that today's generation wants to avoid as much struggle as possible. Whatever is easy and convenient, it works nowadays. Now persistent difficulty and efforts are a thing of the past. Today it has become acceptable if someone quits school due to a small difficulty or quits friendship, job or marriage. But this way of living is making us weak, weakening us to face real threats. To be courageous, we have to face the challenges of life. To make our character strong, it is better if we use the struggles. We must remember that there is an honor in the struggle. It is a matter of respect. If we have faced the struggle, the character of hardworking people is built, and without struggle, one cannot become a great leader. The next practice that courage demonstrates is sharing your own truth and ambition. Human beings desire to be free. We want to share our real feelings, but we are afraid of disappointment and rejection because even expressing yourself truthfully requires courage. You should not think about disappointing others. All you have to do is match your standard. Keep sharing your ambitions on the path of your truth. High performers can never be disappointed, especially criticism from the people. Now comes the conclusion of this book. You have learned the 6 habits of high performance with the help of which high performers show themselves by completing extraordinary tasks in their hands. To achieve these habits, you can also learn those practices. When you do any practice continuously, it becomes your habit. So apply this practice in your life. You can start slow, and once you get used to it, you can see the improvement yourself. Of these, the first 3 habits are more on the personal, while the other 3 habits will also improve your social skills. Let's review these 6 habits that you have learned here. First habit is seek clarity. Under this, you can imagine future 4, which is self, social, skills, and service. Second habit is to generate energy, and best practice to achieve it is to release tension, set attention, and bring the joy. Third habit is raise necessity. You learned how to find out who needs your A game, affirm the way, and level up your squad. Fourth habit is increase productivity, under which comes practice for how to increase production. The fifth habit is developing influence. You learned how to teach people, how to challenge them to grow. Finally, the sixth habit is to demonstrate courage. And for this practice, you have to respect your struggle and share your truth and ambition with the rest of the people. You now know it's possible to perform like a CEO and extraordinary leader because there are such habits and practices by which you can do this. If you yourself are a high performer, then you have to learn how to improve and maintain your success. This book gives you this potential. Now it is in your hands to take actions on this. If you liked this book summary, please subscribe to our channel so that we can bring more such book summaries for you. Thank you.